Hey, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to my channel update for Monday, January 30th, 2017. And now for last week's recap, I posted a video I was going through some of my videos and found a whole bunch from Cisco Live last summer and realized that I never uploaded them to YouTube. I don't know why. So since we were talking about some of the voice stuff, I posted one I found with the clip, and one of these days I'll go through it. Maybe it's one of a better late than never, but I made a playlist just so when I get around to it, I'll post some other ones. One of the Kevin Spacey videos was actually pretty funny too. Of course, that was pre-election period. Now it's not as funny. But I added the basic scripts video and apologize on that one. I had some issues with my camera, and well, the camera ran out of memory, and then the software I was using, I was having some issues with the edits too. So, but I mean, it covers at least some of the basics, and then I'll make a follow-up to do some additional scripting. And if there's any specific types of scripts you guys would like to see, I can try to incorporate that as well. And then I posted a ESXi for home lab use. That was an impromptu video where I was just basically setting up my lab from scratch. I tried to put ESXi 6.5, but it didn't have network storage and it couldn't boot, which I possibly could have gotten to based on the resolution, but I would want 6.0 anyway just for the network access storage, so it ended up working out. And I'm actually going to make a part 2 to that, just because when we left off with that one, it was with Cisco Viral set up in a way where you can use it as is to be able to access the virtual devices from any network within your home network. And I want to do the same for GNS3 as well as the standalone appliances, so I'll be working on that as well. And I'm kind of jumping ahead. The Pinheads Bowling VR game, I just decided not to post that at all. I mean, it was just these early access games lately on Steam have been terrible as far as buggy. And what I try to do is when I make the gameplay videos, I'll pick one that either doesn't have any reviews or not a lot, just to kind of give it a shot. And lately, like the last 2 or 3 games have just been not a very good experience. So the quality, the QA at Vive is really going downhill. And there hasn't been really any Oculus Touch games I've been interested in yet either. So yeah, so there wasn't any gaming videos last week. Now for this week, like I already touched on, I'm going to make the ESXi part 2 so that we can finish up with that. Then anybody that's interested can follow along, as well as I'll incorporate some of the Freelab stuff. I'm also going to hopefully get the backend Asterisk set up so that we can do the Cube SIP trunk configurations. I'm going to shoot for this week, but it's already been kind of a crazy week, so I'll do my best to at least get it started. And I'll just have to realize that, and I know I've said this before, but in my mind, I try to get everything done in one shot. Videos recorded, edited, like all in one shot, and even that ESXi took me almost 4 hours to edit. So I'm just gonna have to realize that some of these may take a few days to produce before I can upload it. And worst case scenario, I can always update the channel with where I'm at with those if I fall behind. So, but that's my intention for this week. And as far as gaming, there's a few games that I was looking at in the Steam library that are early access, and some of them are just pick up and play, and those are the ones that I pretty much only have time for, because sometimes it's nice just to pick up a quick game to play before going to bed or whatever. So I might try some of those. I'll try a few more times with having my first experience recorded live, but if it still keeps glitching out, then I'll probably test them first, and then if it's decent, then I'll actually do a recording. Problem is the timeline. I try to do that to save time, so we'll see how that goes. And one other thing, I haven't forgotten about the ISR web VPN config and the VCSC and E configurations. With the latter, I'm still working on some of the, well, I should say I intend to follow up on some of the licensing stuff. I just haven't had a chance to get around to it. And as far as the web VPN, I'll probably do that, incorporate that with some of the GNS3 stuff, because you can do that in there as well. So I just don't have that specifically bullet pointed, but I haven't forgotten about it. And as far as the comments, I had some more requests for UCCE content, enterprise, and it would be a lot easier if I was still working on that day to day. I mean, from like 2010 to 2013, I worked on from an engineering and operations standpoint, but haven't been using it day to day, and it's not like something that I have a lab for. So I have to see if I can get access. Well, technically I do have access, but if it starts to become where I'm using it more daily at my current job, if that becomes more of a higher demand for me to do, then I will certainly make some videos. But right now I haven't really been up to speed in the last few years on, you know, the changes and where things are with it. So it's definitely on my radar, but it's just not something that I have even like training resources readily available for myself. I do have the original Sunset Learning, like some thick documentation when I've actually went through formal training for it, but like I say, that was from, you know, sometime between 2010 and 2013, so it's not fresh. And any videos that I would do on that, I would like it to be newer. So, but if there's certain things that you want, you can always send me a message and I can, you know, research, dig up some stuff, or provide you with references until I have a clear path to go in the UCCE direction as far as content on my channel. I would like to, I just don't have the means to do it just yet. Then also for UCCX enterprise call variables, that's kind of in line with the VCS, because I was trying to get the Jabberguest and the online chat with Finesse integration, because there's some variables you can set in there. And there's probably several other things that in regard to variables that I'm not even aware of. It's just some of the ones that I've come across so far that's in line with some of the UCCX stuff I'm doing. I want to try to get those in first, but then it would also be directly applicable to that as well. So I'll do my best to keep you up to date as far as the status of that and when I'll actually be working on that. So that's all I have for today, and as always, I appreciate your feedback, requests, comments, suggestions. One of the viewers sent me a document he made for creating CUCM ISOs that, you know, looked really nice, and it was pretty cool, and using free software. So it's nice, you know, with the give and take with this channel. So again, I always appreciate your input, and again, I thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.